Hello trainers and welcome back for a brand new adventure. I was sitting around and I was wondering, how far would some of these gym leaders from Kanto get in the actual games? We all know their anime teams are different than their in-game teams, and I looked at both and I decided which team would be the best option to get that gym leader through the actual game. For this example, we're using Brock's anime Kanto team. This was done using the PK Hex program. I went in and I edited the Pokemon and gave him his starting team. All Pokemon were given the best abilities possible. Because they're gym leaders, their Pokemon would most likely have the best abilities possible. Base stats were left unchanged, but I did kind of randomize some of the natures. The first wipe to an opposing gym leader ends the run. That's the rules. There's nothing else involved. No fancy tricks. Just how far can we get with the gym leader's team? How far do you think Brock will get? Let me know in the comment section. Which gym is going to take us down? So I started off by naming myself Brock, and then obviously I named my rival Dad, because I thought it would be funny for Brock to constantly run into his dad, who is trying to repeatedly defeat him for some reason. Just imagine him being like, Brock, you need to go back to your brothers and sisters so I could travel the world. It's kind of a funny thought. As I mentioned before, I used Pokéhex to change all of Brock's Pokemon. They are set to level 10, and I gave them abilities and held items. Onix has Rock Head and a Focus Band. Geodude has a Heartstone and is sassy. The thought of a sassy Geodude makes me laugh. It also has the ability Sturdy. Zubat has Leftovers and ended up with no ability for some reason, even though I selected one. I'm not really sure what happened there. And I gave Vulpix Charcoal to boost its fire moves, but again it ended up with no ability and I'm not too sure why. I skipped all of the traveling and we are now here at, let's just call him not Brock. It's maybe Brock's stunt double or an impersonator. Either way, here's our opponent and we will battle him. I went into this fight expecting to take a very long time. None of my Pokemon really have moves that can damage Brock's team, and his Pokemon are going to have high defense. I lead with Onix thinking the speed advantage would help. This was a bad idea. All we had was Pound and Geodude kept using Fence Girl. I quickly swapped to Vulpix and used Ember to finish it off. Once Geodude goes down, not Brock sends out Onix, which is at level 14. I swapped the Zubat, who was underleveled, and lead with Supersonic. It connects, and the hit Onix does is kind of countered by the leftovers that Zubat is holding onto. Thankfully, Onix likes to hit itself with Confusion, but Astonish is doing nothing here as expected. Switching to Leech Life helps a bit, but we are also trapped in Bind, and I cannot swap out. Gotta love those older games. Bind finally ends, and I can swap back to Vulpix, to which Onix responds by sapping out of Confusion and crushing my Vulpix with the Rock Tomb. With Vulpix down, I swap the Geodude and start hitting it with Rock Throw. This begins the slow process of just chopping and chopping away at Onix while it barely does damage to Geodude. After what feels like an eternity, we finally take Onix down, giving us our first win as Brock and obtaining the Boulder Badge from the imposter Brock gym leader. I wonder if this badge was fake as well. Brock gives us Rock Tomb, and from here we teach it to Onix, giving it a second move. From that, we head directly to Mount Moon and towards Cerulean City. In Mount Moon, we fight the greedy fossil man and take one of his fossils. Now quick, pause the video. Go to the comments and tell me if you think I took the Helix fossil or the Dome fossil. You won't win anything for being right, but you do get the honor of being correct. Did you do it? Good. The fossil nerd leads with Grimer, and I toss in Zubat, going for the confusion tactic again. Zubat also has learned Thief, by the way. This fight is pretty uneventful, and once Grimer goes down, the rest of the fight is easy. Did you enter your prediction? Did you predict that I took the Helix fossil? You are correct. All hail Lord Helix. Once we make it to Cerulean City, we head to Nugget Bridge, where our dad decides he has had enough of our ways and wants to try to convince us to go back home and take care of our brothers and sisters. Dad leaves with Pidgeotto, and one quick switch into Geodude and Rock Throw takes it down. Dad switches to his Bulbasaur, and we switch to Vulpix. Again, easy takedown. Vulpix gets put to sleep, and we quickly switch to Zubat. Which also goes to sleep. It is funny how you could use leftovers while sleeping, though. You're just eating while sleeping. Sleep eating. Zubat finally wakes up, uses Thief, and takes Bulbasaur down. Dad then switches into Abra, which I take the advantage and use Zubat and Leech Life to heal up. Abra being weak to Bug type move and only knowing Teleport makes this super easy. Dad's last Pokemon is Rattata, which Geodude makes quick work of as well. Dad is defeated. Again. After telling Dad we don't want to end our journey, we head towards Bill's house to take out Nugget Bridge with no issues and obtain the SSN ticket. Now it's time for Misty. I am not confident at all going into this fight. She is strong, and 3 of our Pokemon are weak to water. This means we need to rely heavily on Zubat and just hope for the best. This is where the RNG needs to be on our side. As always, Misty leads with Staryu, and we immediately are in danger. Zubat misses Supersonic way too many times, and Misty starts using Harden and Water Pulse. This takes down Zubat faster than I expected. Onix is sent in and does a decent amount of damage before Staryu snaps out of confusion. It takes Onix down with a Water Pulse. Vulpix is next, but Staryu has recovered and brings its health back up significantly. This is the point of no return. Vulpix is able to survive 1 Water Pulse, but the second one takes it down. This leaves us with Geodude. Geodude now has Magnitude, which is one of my favorite ground moves, so we lead with that, but Staryu is way faster and Geodude cannot take the pressure and goes down to 1 Water Pulse. And just like that, Brock's run has ended. Unable to defeat Misty, and goes down. I have to say, this was a lot of fun though. Setting up the trainer to have the Pokemon Brock would have used in Kanto was an experience. It shows just how tough it would be for these characters to get through these games. With that, we move on to our next challenge, Misty, and I'm excited for that. The team I am planning is going to be so great to use. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to drop a like and let me know in the comment section what you would think of the video and how Brock did along the way. Stay safe, trainers, and remember, as always, the power is yours.